If you was to say what the most disturbing piece of media was, they'd probably say horror, where a killer would hunt teens with weapons which they used to stab, slash, mutilate, and destroy people with. I would agree, but something is more disturbing and realistic, that is public service announcements. Shortened to PSA, they are short little films focusing on safety around dangerous things. Like some are about electrical currents, some are about online predators, etc. These are just some examples.
Charlie and I were out the back when Vera and Dave came by and said, "Come along for a picnic." And I was going, but Charlie said, he said I'd better tell Mum where I'm going. So we told him to wait while we went and asked. But Mum was talking to the milkman. And she talked such a long time that when I had asked her and she'd said yes, the others had gone. Mum asked us why we hadn't gone, and when I told her, she said we'd been good for not going, and would we like a day out with her instead? Charlie says, always tell your mummy before you go off somewhere so she knows who you are with.
If you're bitten or scratched or even licked by any animal when you're abroad, take no chances. It could have rabies. Wash the wound immediately and then get urgent medical aid. If you wait until the symptoms of rabies appear, you've left it too late. Rabies kills.
Can you imagine being frightened of every friendly animal you meet? Imagine rabies in Britain. All dogs will be leashed and muzzled. Foxes will be destroyed. Wildlife at risk. No animal may be moved in or out of the infected area. All cats will be restrained.
Get off, get off.
Just one animal smuggled in could lead to all this. So if you suspect anyone of smuggling, tell the police. If rabies breaks out, any animal found loose will be seized, taken away, and if it is not claimed, destroyed. Rabies is a killer. We must keep rabies out.
Well, Kerry, not saying hello to me then?
She's not quite herself today.
Oh?
Show Mrs. Green what you did, love.
Oh, how did she do that?
Well, it was yesterday evening. We had just a few fireworks for the kids. I thought we were ever so careful, but there's always something you forget to tell them.
How did it happen then?
It was a sparkler. You wouldn't believe it, would you? I mean, really. It wasn't as though the children were on their own. I was there. I did the lighting. And I took good care they were holding the sparklers properly at arm's length. Not dancing around, waving them and poking each other's eyes out.
So what did happen then?
Well, I ask you. When the sparkler's finished, back she goes and tries to pick it up. It may look cool, but it's still red hot, isn't it? What a silly girl, then.
Make sure your child doesn't start November the 6th like this, or worse.
That was a public information film. Like most victims, Julie knew her killer. It was her son, who was sitting behind her without a seatbelt. After crushing her to death, he sat back down.
What's this? Are you had our day, have you? Hey, you've been sitting here all day watching telly? Now what the hell are you up to? Look at the state of this place! Look at the state of it! Look at it! What did I tell you about running indoors? Eh? What did I tell you? Here you are. What are you up to? I just asked you what you're up to. Why do you make me do this? You dirty bastards! Get out! That's it, get for you f***ing wrong! Get out of here!
My hobbies are football, cycling. I like playing in the street, and I like going down to the park and stuff. I like collecting medals, like football medals. I like the way they're presented and stuff, because some are shiny and some are like blue, silver, green, and stuff like that, but they're always, the ones that I pick are always like blue, but with shiny bits on. I always make sure that if I have a football player, it ain't just one with a leg out, it's one with an actual football on it.
A few had comedy involved, like this Dad's Army one.
Ah, Pelican Crossing. The light's green. Carry on, Jones.
Don't panic, don't panic! Captain Manning, the light's flashing. What do we do?
One continues to cross. If one's already on the crossing, there's plenty of time. Precisely. Carry on, Jones. One shouldn't start. One shouldn't start to cross.
That's wrecking, Wilson. That's wrecking.
The flashing green man means don't start to cross the road. Learn your blinking.
Jimmy Savile would star in PSAs about seatbelts named Clunk Click, if you somehow have no idea what Savile done well.
It's very likely that 400 of you will be injured in your cars tomorrow. You'll be within 6 miles of home and doing less than 30. And it's going to happen to a lot of you ladies. You'll be shopping, collecting the kids, going to the laundrette. For some of you, the face you start out with in the morning won't be the same face you end up with by the evening. Why let it happen? Clunk, click, it's so simple. Clunk the car door, click the seat belt, even if you are just going round the corner, clunk, click every trip.
With the 80s being a turning point for nuclear warfare, so the UK government made a PAF called Protect and Survive.
After an attack is over and the all clear has been sounded, arrangements will be made as soon as possible to treat any people who are ill or injured. Listen to your radio. Details will be given about what to do, when to do it, and how. If anyone dies while you are kept in your fallout room, move the body to another room in the house. Label the body with name and address, and cover it as tightly as possible in polythene, paper, sheets, or blankets. Tie a second card to the covering. The radio will advise you what to do about taking the body away for burial. If, however, you have had a body in the house for more than 5 days, and if it is safe to go outside, then you should bury the body for the time being in a trench or cover it with earth and mark the spot of the burial.
I haven't mentioned the Yankee Doodlers yet because their PSAs are very contrasting. Let's look at some.
This is crack. This is crack.
If you don't tell your children about the danger of drugs, you may find a problem staring you right in the face. A problem that won't go away, or even worse, one that does.
But out of all the PSAs, one stands out from the others. The PSA starts with a door opening, but a mysterious force. Heavy breathing can be heard as the individual walks in the inside of the house's charred. The fire is most likely already extinguished. Echoes of the screaming family can be heard. I'll let you watch. I won't do this masterpiece justice.
Please keep matches away from children.
It ends with a card which says keep matches away from children. That is it. That is all the PSA. That's it. It speaks much with little words.